Hey guys, it's Get Ready with Lacey Medium and Tarot, and I think I'm going crazy. I've tried to do this video way too many times. I thought it would be a good idea as a treat on a Friday to give the children donuts. And I was wrong. They're like flying off the walls. Oh my god. Anyways, it's a Friday. Why not? Anyways, so this video is a video response to a comment that was left on my previous mediumship video, Signs from Spirit, I believe is what it was titled. I will leave the link down below for those who are interested in watching it, if you haven't seen it. The lovely Samantha Menzo left a comment wanting to know how to keep oneself open and protected at the same time when doing mediumship. For those that are interested in learning, which I believe is what Samantha is doing. Good! I'm so excited. You are on a fantastic journey. I can't even begin to tell you. And for anybody else that's out there, if you guys are interested in picking my brain in regards to mediumship, in anything that could be, no question is stupid. I'm one of those people. I've been seeing spirit since I was 5. That is now 31 years of dealing with spirit in every single way you can possibly imagine. I've had negative spirits attached to me, myself. Unfortunately, that was like my first encounter with spirit, which was horrifying as a 5-year-old. Can you imagine? You name it. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. I would love to answer everything for you guys. Just ask. So Samantha, so how to keep yourself open and protected at the same time? I just want to start off by saying that what works for me might not work for you guys. I have read a lot of books, and since YouTube and stuff has been around, I have watched a lot of other people talking about being mediums and how things work for them, and I can tell you we're all different. For me, how I started when I decided to pursue mediumship to help other people, one of the first things that I remember reading was on regards to grounding, really, in the end. And it was the whole visualizing yourself as a tree. And to me, will never deter from that one, because to me, I literally now have it down. I went from 45 minutes to prepare for a client reading, from grounding, opening, and protection, to about 10 to 15, depending on if it's a one-person client or if it's a whole group that's coming, a family. It really all depends. And so for me, I got it down to such a T that I can literally just start my meditation and say, I am a tree and I'm grounded. I feel fully grounded. I usually started visualizing, thank you, my love. I started visualizing roots from my feet, but I did notice that roots from my root chakra, I found it a lot more grounding, if that makes sense. So for me, I am a tree. My root chakra is what takes root and literally roots into Mother Earth, into the ground, and that's where I will pull up that earth energy from. From experience, if you do not ground yourself 100% and really feel grounded, it will interrupt your reading. Only, I will give you my experience. I had thought I had grounded myself during a reading that I was lucky enough, it was just for my parents. It was a reading for I think it was my mom and my aunt, if I'm not mistaken. And I had a bunch of family members that I had never met. So what I was saying to my mom and my aunt, I couldn't literally possibly know. that's a whole nother topic in regards to what, anyways, I'm not going to go there. So, but I thought I had grounded myself, and I didn't ground myself enough. And I was literally feeling like I was floating. That is the most distracting thing I think I've ever felt during a reading. I literally had to be tapping my feet on the ground, on the floor, to to actually have the sensation psychologically that I'm still on the ground. I literally, spiritually, I was at least 2 feet off the ground, which is usually about what they say, heaven, if that's what you want to term it. That dimension where our loved ones and those spirits kind of live. That's about the difference in those dimensions. That's why you see spirits floating. They're not floating, they're standing just on their level. And that's what I felt. So ground, 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 ground. I think that's also one of the times that I started grounding more from my root chakra than just my feet. Ever since then, I've been really, really firm in that aspect. And then, so I'm a tree, grounding root chakra grows roots, and then you pull up the energy in that aspect. So your root, for me, my root chakra is always opened. I like being grounded. I deal with spirits almost on a daily basis, and so I feel more able to do what I do when I leave that chakra open. I recommend anybody to leave their root chakra open. You'll just feel more grounded and not so always up here, which a lot of people unfortunately think live in. A lot of the doubts, a lot of that insecurities comes from a lack of grounding within the root chakra. Anyways, so root chakra for me is always open, it's always nice and bright red, and visualize it however you want to visualize it. Pulsating light, pulsating, spinning, twirling, whatever you want to call it, however you want to visualize it. And then I will pull the earth energy up to the sacral chakra, and I literally flick a switch. Just like you switch on your kitchen light. You flick the switch. You could also picture it like blinds. You're opening the blinds or the curtains, there's your bright orange. Again, bright, really, really, really bright, spinning, twirling, pulsating, however you want to visualize it. And again, you bring up some more of that energy to your, what's it called? Oh my God, your next chakra. Oh my God, my brain's completely gone blank. It's like your main intuitive chakra. How can I not remember what it's called? Anyways, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Again, flick the switch, open the curtains, however you want to visualize it, and boom, it's bright yellow, just pulsating and spinning and twirling and whatever. And you just go up. I usually do ground chakra until the heart. So I open the heart chakra with earth energy again. Nice and bright, and flip it on. Green, beautiful, lush color. For the rest of the chakras, for the throat, third eye, and crown, I visualize my branches reaching to the heavens, into that celestial dimensions, and I bring energy from there to open them up. So I will bring that celestial energy to meet the earth grounding energy at the heart chakra. And then I'll bring it down to the throat, and I'll bring it down to the third eye chakra, and I'll bring it and open up that crown chakra, all using that celestial, sorry, my eldest is just, that celestial brightness. And then do once they're all awake and bright and pulsating and vibrating, and however you want to visualize it, do a full energy up and down earth and celestial, and they meet at your heart and they just go whoosh right out and they surround you. Okay? That's how I open. And again, like I said, it used to take me about 45 minutes because, as you can see, if you really focus it, it's going to take you a while to practice it. But I've gotten it down to a point where I just turn on a big light switch and they all open at the same time. I've got it down. I can visualize it all happening instantly. Okay? But again, it's taken me 16 years to do that. Okay? 16 years. In regards to protection, I will usually do protection about the same time, or about the 10-15 minute mark before I meet with the clients. After, not right now, sweetie. After I do all the opening, I usually will do the protection / intention for that client and for that reading that I'm about to do. So I will usually bring, for me personally, I like bringing in my higher guides, my spirit guides, however you want to refer to it. Any animal totem that you might really enjoy, any animal guide you have a connection to. I have a connection to a bit of the polar bear, and that's a huge long story that I've had for about 20 years, which is probably maybe for a different video. I don't know. One of my spirit animals that came to me at one point in time was what are they called? The white tigers. I know they have an actual name, but anyways, the white tiger was one that came to me when I was doing a shamanic meditation to get to know one of our animal guides. And I know that one's always around. He likes to prowl a lot and protect a lot. I will bring in anyone that I want to connect with. I will bring in I invite the client's spirit family to come through at that time so that they are here and present at that moment and ready to go. I really enjoy using a lot of my buddy on the other side. Eric Medhus, if you guys don't know who he is, I would recommend Googling Channeling Eric and check him out. He was 20, I believe he was 20 when he committed suicide. And he has been a fantastic teacher and spirit guide since then. Check him out though, you guys. It's fantastic. I like having him sometimes around depending on the situation, because he dealt with a lot of mental health issues when he was alive. If I know a client, is going to maybe react, you don't know how a client's going to react, right? So for me, I kind of like having him around to kind of just in case. It's hard to explain my connection that I have with Eric. And any other person that is willing to be around. Sorry, there's like some floaty feather or something in my face. I feel like I'm rambling. Any other higher spirit that wants to participate and be a guide to heighten the vibration within the reading, they're more than welcome to come. I open the space. I love a calling upon God, if you want to call it God, the highest being of divine, however you refer to the source of all. I enjoy the sensation of having the source lend a hand in protecting. Of course, like you always read about, surrounding yourself, with the white light, surrounding yourself with divine light, however you want to call it. That is always an easy one to do and visualize. I usually try to do that on a daily basis, just from protecting from like psychic attacks and all that stuff. But yeah, so that is how I kind of protect myself and set intentions for that reading. If you work with specific deity, oh wow, please don't do that. If you work with specific deity that you want around, by all means invite them. That's what they're there for. They're there to lend their support. I know, to lend their support and to help you maintain that connection. And that is how I do it. And then I will do my reading and all that stuff. And then when everything's kind of said and done and your clients are gone, or your client is gone, or you're finished your reading, however you want it, whatever, if it's via Skype or on the phone, and you hang up, that's when you kind of want to clear yourself a little bit and kind of shut down. And it's usually, for me, it's the opposite of what I just did to turn myself on type thing. That sounded a little sexual, but still. So I will always thank Spirit for being there. I will thank the spirits of the deceased loved ones of the client that you just read. I will thank my guides. I will thank deity. I will thank whoever I have opened space for. The little ones looking for the other ones. So that is what I do. And then I literally will flush my chakra system with celestial light, divine light, however you want to refer to it. And just kind of flush it out from top to heart, bottom to heart, and then whoosh, nice and around, and kind of just flush your system, literally, like a shower. Which is also another way of doing it. Hop into the shower and close when you're in the shower. And visualize the shower as your celestial cleanse. That's another great way of doing it, you guys, by the way. And then turn off your light switches. Start from the top, work your way down. Picture your crown chakra closing, switch off, light off, or close the blinds, or close the curtain, or whatever, however you had pictured opening them. And then just go from there again. My recommendation is leave your root chakra open to be grounded. With the work that we do, you kind of want to do that. I find that when my root chakra is not functioning 100%, I'm more susceptible to surprise visits, I guess you can say. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm trying to get like a little itch. You know when you have an itch and you kind of try to scratch, but at the same time, you know if you scratch, you're going to actually end up hurting yourself. Excuse me. So that is what I do. That is how I open and protect and close. So yeah, that is kind of how I do it. Again, I've been doing it for so long that I've kind of got it down just to about 10 or 15 minutes. But again, everybody's different. When you guys do research and you read or you listen to other people on YouTube, everybody kind of says it differently because it works for them. I say try it. If it doesn't work, try a different way. Whatever works for you, I would recommend trying it. But that's how I do it. So Samantha, I hope that answers your question. And again, thank you, my lovely, for asking such a great question. And everybody else, please leave questions down below and I will answer away. All right. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye.